Hello and welcome to the Touchline podcast. We're recording this off the back of our disappointing defeat against Italy. It might not be our normal exuberant selves, but we'll give it our best shot. I reckon it would be criminal to not start off with the game. You know, what were your thoughts? What were you doing during the game? What would you have to say?
Oh, before the game, I was excited, I had nerves, but yeah, I mean, didn't really estimate the results of the game, but
I saw a lot of people like before the game they just underestimated the team, just thought it'd be a regular win, but we all should have known that Italy were the odds-on favourite to win the Euros from the beginning.
After that start as well, sure netting within the first
yeah,
5 minutes,
I think
and then we just bottled it, man.
I don't know. I think
complete, yeah.
England's cockiness has always been our problem. Thinking we're so much better than we are. I think.
After that first goal, we just seemed to
think-
like
Yeah,
laid
I
off.
don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah, yeah. It was so sloppy as well.
Push. We
I
should
mean,
have
not
pushed.
sloppy, but like, yeah, we should have pushed on. Yeah,
So obviously we saw the scenes after the game, lots of fights and stuff like that. But even before the game as well, I was actually at Wembley seeing what was going on 5 hours before kickoff, and it was packed. There were bottles being thrown around, having to watch ahead for beer cans, and so many people chanting. It was all right then. I didn't go to the game. Couldn't get tickets, unfortunately. But yeah, I just think, just going back to the point of I just looking at that crowd, almost as if we'd won the game. That's how they were, almost as if we were celebrating winning.
yeah.
I don't know, it just felt a bit awkward, really.
Yeah, it's like people expected us to win, and when we didn't, they just got angry and just
Yeah,
everything
I
turned to
saw-
violence.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, it wasn't. We weren't. I think we just laid off. Quality was poor. I think we've seen that before.
I think we were just relying on like Sterling and Saka to do everything, really. I mean, yeah, at times England looked threatening, but other times they didn't create enough chances. Their passing was sometimes like sloppy. Like,
Yeah,
I mean, England looked threatening from the beginning. Like in half the first 20 minutes, it was all literally like they only had like one attempt, I think.
Yeah.
yeah, but there was a lot of good defensive performances. I think some players have been scapegoated. I think someone like Saka, for example, he didn't have
Yeah.
the greatest performance in coming on, but I have to say, I don't think I've seen anyone really talk about Mason Mount.
You haven't seen anyone talk about Mason?
I haven't seen as many people. I've seen people talk, but not as many people talk about Mason Mount as
Everyone's just been like, oh, I feel sorry for Saka when he was crying.
no. But
What
then you
have you
also
been
see
looking at?
the
Everyone's
abuse,
been-
all
Yeah,
the abuse.
Yeah, but
and
that's all
then-
the racist and stuff.
I just think, but in terms of looking at this tournament as a whole, I
Yeah.
think I just think Mason Mount has been so poor, and his performances have gone so under the radar. I don't know. I think it has to be pointed out. A lot of people are criticizing Kane even after the game, where I thought he was
Yeah,
played
he got
all right.
0 goals.
I think he played. Yeah,
He created like they were the front three pretty poor that game. Sterling, Kane, Mount, 0 XG in the whole game. Like
No,
XG
but they didn't
expected
give
goals.
service.
And
I mean,
that's
after
so
we
poor.
scored, we dropped back. When you talk about Mason
exactly,
Mount trying
exactly.
no, but Mason, I just think you're trying to talk about Mason Mount, and he's good at linking the play or carrying the ball. I didn't see any of
there's-
that from him today. I don't think I've seen that at all in the tournament.
Yeah, because he was playing right wing.
I
Is
personally
he a
think
winger? Is he a winger?
No,
Yeah, so
I
how
don't-
can
I
you
don't think he
expect
should
the
have played
attacking?
but I was,
Yeah,
also, I was also
exactly. So
talking.
you
I
can't
was
blame
also
that on
saying,
Mount. You can't expect Mason Mount to play right wing and pull out 10 out of 10 performance. He's not playing in his natural position. He's not a winger.
no,
Like,
but
how's that his fault?
I was talking
don't-
about
I
the
don't think
tournament
he
as a
should-
whole as well.
Yeah,
I don't think he's been good enough at all.
yeah.
I just wanted to point it out. I think he's gone under the radar.
Well, he has been getting
I-
abuse for his performances.
I personally think that instead of Mount, like there was Grealish and Bellingham who could have played in Mount's position, and especially
Bellingham's
I
not.
mean, Grealish hardly got the ball.
Okay, Hesham.
when
Bellingham's
he
not.
did play.
Bellingham's not a cam. He's an 8.
He's not Camazor, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Mount has been playing in the wing, so
So
Bellingham-
you'd rather have
So you're
Bellingham
saying
play? You'd rather have
Bellingham play
Bellingham
on-
playing right winger, who's a centre mid,
Oh,
than Mason Mount,
dear.
who's an attacking midfielder. Get your head out of your arse, man. He's not playing right. What are you talking about?
I don't think it could have been worse.
What? No,
What do
why
you
wouldn't
mean?
you say
So
someone
why
like
would
Saka?
you?
Why wouldn't you say someone like Saka or like someone else who can actually play on the wing? I think it was poor. Like in a 5-2-3 position formation, I don't think you should start Mount. I think he always tries. I like Mount. I think he's a good player, but he always tries to find a way to get Mount into the starting 11. I don't know why. And
Yeah,
then
I
I
mean,
think when we
Yeah.
shifted to a 4-back, I think we should like the goal. I think we should have stayed with a 5-back. We look good enough when we play 5-back. Like that goal was because we played 5 at the back. The width allowed us, like that width troubled Italy. Like you see that Luke Shaw run, there was no one to cover that. So I think we should have stuck with that. I don't know why we switched that. I don't think Mason Mount should have started. I think someone like play Sterling right wing, Grealish left wing,
yeah, or
Sterling
Sancho,
left
or
wing, or Saka.
Probably with the-
No, Foden was injured.
if he was fit.
But no, but he's injured. You can't. If he was
You
fit,
can't.
if he
You
was
can't
fit,
say
if he was fit, he
fit.
would have played.
Yeah, that's
Southgate
what-
loves Foden, you retard. He would have played.
I think.
Even before, like there were a few games in which Foden was on the bench, like against Denmark.
When?
He wasn't.
When he was probably.
Because he wasn't fit.
He was free.
You can't start a half-fit player in an international tournament. When Foden was fully fit, he was playing right wing. At the start, when we were playing the group games, Foden was playing.
I remember he played that Croatia game. I don't
Yeah,
think
and then he played the Scotland game as well.
I don't think he played the Czech Republic one.
Because I think that was the game. Yeah, that's when Saka played because Foden got injured. Foden's been injured most of this tournament. That's why he hasn't been. Stupid point.
I mean, Rashford has been carrying an injury, and yet
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
still
You need.
on
he barely plays.
He does.
the bench a few times.
And your point is, with Rashford, equal.
Okay.
Anyway, yeah, I think the team selection. I don't think Mount should have played, but I think people blaming it all on him. He hasn't had a great tournament. Yeah, he has.
I think Southgate was at fault a few times around the match. I'm not blaming it like solely on him, but like
I mean,
I'm
yeah,
just saying.
he did get us to a final. To be fair.
Yeah, he got us to a final. But if we put the same like pressure and the same, I think if we capitalized the same thing that we did in that first 2 minutes throughout the whole game, we had a chance of winning that game.
That's the problem. Laid off. We didn't maintain the pressure. All right.
Yeah, exactly.
Main Southgate's main mistake was bringing Rashford and Sancho on the 100 just to take penalty shootout when Rashford hardly played.
He brought Henderson on and he took him off. before the-
Good logic there. Good logic.
A professional
logic.
footballer should be able to come on and kick a ball from 12 yards and score.
Exactly.
I think
If Harry Maguire can do it,
yeah.
if Harry Maguire can do it, then why can't Rashford? Why can't Saka?
Also, the reason he's played him is because Southgate said that he picked the 5 best penalty takers to take penalties. That's why Grealish and Sterling didn't take penalties. That's why Rashford took penalties because he was one of the best penalty.
Yeah, and
Right,
I'm
that's
sure
why.
I'm sure in training they would have done penalty shootouts. They would have seen who scored the
You
most.
keep bringing up this
the
point that
best percentage
Rashford
and
didn't
stuff.
play, but like, what does that have to do with picking the ball from 12 yards? We're not asking him to run a marathon. We're asking him to take a penalty kick.
He doesn't have the confidence to take a penalty, and as you
So
So
said,
then why would you put it? Why would you put him in the?
Also, you keep saying probably. Can you stop pulling stuff out your ass, man? No, who?
What, the guy start getting talk to you and tell him, yeah, probably.
Did Rashford say?
Think, man.
Rashford wasn't confident enough. Right, let's take his money. Where are you getting this stuff from, man?
no,
Oh, he,
Aye.
he probably wasn't match fit. He probably wasn't this. He's
I
a
was saying,
professional
when-
footballer, man.
I was saying when he did the penalty, it was evident that he was touching and he didn't know which way to go.
That's
Oh,
This guy.
that's the point that we're trying to say right now.
Yeah.
oh.
You can't just say, oh, he probably wasn't confident. Like, what does that even mean? Like, he's a professional footballer.
Penalty shootout, like, you know how important.
Rashford's played in so many big matches in his life. You think about
Harry Maguire took the same penalty without a difference and he could score. Why couldn't Rashford?
A centre back.
As well.
Sorry? What did you say?
A centre back could score it. A centre back.
Yeah, if a centre back, Harry Maguire.
Marcus Rashford couldn't score the same penalty. And you can't lump this all on Southgate. Yeah? He picked the 5 best players that were the best on play. I know it was a bit dodgy to put Saka on the deciding penalty, a 19-year-old. Like that is a bit weird.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
apart from that, bringing on Rashford and Sancho to take penalties, that's not a weird thing. Like we've seen
exactly.
like, flipping Van Gaal in 2014 World Cup. He brought on a goalkeeper just for penalties. Like it's not an uncommon occurrence to bring on players
Exactly.
for penalties. This happens all the time. You can't just be like, oh, it's a bit weird to bring him on the 120th minute. This happens all the time.
He's one. Oh, I don't understand.
But like Sancho, I don't think I've seen him do a penalty. Like,
No, listen. He picked
Haaland.
He picked the 5 best players in training.
Oh my
Who
days!
cares if
Haaland's
he's taking
not
a penalty
even.
for Dortmund? And why bringing up Haaland like he's flipping playing for
Yeah, England team.
no, like,
If Haaland was in the England team, he would have taken the penalty.
What
Oh
are you
my
talking
days!
about, actually?
This guy.
Can you stop bringing up like that? Southgate just picked the 5 best players to take penalties that took penalties from training. End of the line, okay? None of this.
He wouldn't have just picked it out of thin air.
That doesn't matter. That's irrelevant.
I still personally.
I know you don't like Southgate. You can't lump this all on Southgate. You can't lump everything on Southgate.
He got us to. Oh.
He got us to a final, and you're still scapegoating it because he picked the wrong place.
Most managers, though, like with the talent England have, most
We're
professional.
talking about
What do you mean?
We're talking about talent.
Italy! Oh my days!
What are you talking about? Jorginho literally missed the penalty. It doesn't mean anything. They still won.
Anyway.
What are you talking about? Oh, there's talent. We're taking penalties, not flipping.
Like, the regular game, you should have won that. Like,
Regular game.
What?
We played Italy, man.
We played Italy
Yeah,
in a
it's not-
final with all the pressure in front of Wembley Stadium with what? And you're saying, oh, just a normal game. But, oh, this guy. I don't actually want to shoot myself.
I was
And
saying
also,
that
yeah.
when we went on a lot, like the way Southgate changed up the team was wrong.
Okay.
Changed up the team. What?
How he was
Did he change up the team?
Yeah, we changed tactics after we conceded, but you can't.
Yeah, what? When, like, near the second half, we were, like, falling apart as well. And they were dominating.
Conceded to Bonucci and they were dominating. That's when we switched to a fullback and made the changes. Before that,
Yeah.
Southgate just left the players to do what they usually do. So what are you talking about?
Well, so what's your point here?
Okay, yeah.
Even before Italy scored,
And Southgate and managers changing systems midway through a game is not unusual. You see lots of managers do that. It's not like a thing that
Yeah.
no one does. It's like you always
Yeah.
see managers do that. They change things up when things aren't going their way.
When a team
didn't work this time,
concedes, when a
but you
team
can't blame them.
concedes, yeah, they usually throw a player. They change systems. They go more attacking. When they're losing, they just they go like the logic doesn't make sense. And also, yeah,
I'm
like
saying
Tactics, isn't it?
England went 1-0 up. They should have had more attempts and should have tried to make it.
It's
No,
nice
that's
saying
not
that in
Southgate's
hindsight.
fault.
That's how you play football.
yeah, that's not Southgate's fault as well. Yeah.
Oh, my.
Because okay. So what your thing is, we just keep attacking them, and then we let Italy hit us on the counter attack like they did against Spain.
Exactly.
Did you watch Italy versus Spain? Spain just dominated, just attacked, and then they just fell behind to the counter attack. So is that what you wanted us to happen? We were definitely, if we just pushed like we did in the first half, we would have conceded.
Thing though, because like they've got Morata, we have Harry Kane. So like they had a load of chances, and the one if Harry Kane like had them chances, he would have scored.
Morata
Okay.
didn't play much of that Spain game.
Yeah, Morata, and then Morata came.
Morata
He came on
came
and
on the
scored.
score. So great point, man. Good point.
Thank
You're
you.
doing really well. Anyway, what's it called? Like I don't. What point are you trying to make? Like Southgate laid off, but like isn't that tactics? Like you concede, you be a bit more like you go back a bit. Because if you've scored, it's against a team like Italy as well. It's not like we're playing Burnley, we should be smashing them 4-0. This is Italy. Like
This is Italy.
Yeah, we're not going to smash them. So he laid off. He was like, just like took some players back just to make sure that we maintain control on the game. You can't expect us just to attack. We could 100%. It wouldn't work.
I mean, I'm not saying it's entirely his fault. Like Of course,
That's how you're
someone-
talking. You
But you're
literally blamed him
saying
for the
it's
flipping
entirely.
penalty shootout
Yeah,
when
exactly.
you're literally backing Rashford to the point.
Why are
where
you
you're blaming
backing?
all on Southgate.
Why are you backing Rashford?
Yeah, like
Rashford.
what? Like all this stupid stutter run up. Like just take your penalty, put your foot through it, and just score. I don't know
Just
what.
score. It is not.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's not rocket science, man. It's a penalty.
Saka, we can let off. He's 19. He's a youngster. He hasn't
and
played.
It's deciding penalties.
He won as well, so he's technically a youngster as well.
Who?
Technically, now we're not
Technically a
deciding
youngster.
who. We're not
Who's
looking
it?
at who's technically a youngster, who's not. Yeah, that's not the debate that we're having right now. We're debating why Rashford couldn't score a penalty from 12 yards and why you're
Yeah.
consistently like he picked him because obviously he's been taking penalties. So all this BS about him, he hasn't played this tournament. No, because obviously he's been doing well in training. That's why he's taking it. So like it's not Southgate's fault. Like you can't blame it all on him. We completely bottled that penalty. Yeah, we
Yeah.
It
back
was
to back penalties from Rashford and Sancho. Like you can't blame it all on Saka. We shouldn't even have been in that position. If Rashford and
Nah.
Sancho both score their penalties,
Yeah,
we're
exactly.
fine. We're fine. And Pickford's done it. Like he did it as much as he
Pickford
could.
was. Yeah,
Pickford
exactly.
was very good.
Yeah.
He saved that Jorginho penalty. Right, so I don't understand.
You also got to give a bit of credit to Donnarumma as well.
100%.
I think his
Oh,
save
yeah,
percentage.
he was-
I think his save percentage of penalties like 65% or something. Like
Yeah,
that.
he was mad
Something-
against
something
Spain
crazy,
as
so
well.
it's like-
So yeah.
He's quite big as
So
well.
yeah, you got to give Donnarumma a bit of credit, not just
Mhm.
say it was bad from Rashford.
Yeah.
And just during the
And the
game
rest
as well,
of
he was
it.
really commanding his
mean,
penalty area as well.
The
so-
Rashford penalty is solely on him. But
Well,
to
what's
blame.
going through his head there? Like at least Sancho's one was safe.
Yeah, he was on
what's going
top.
He waited
the
for the keeper
post
to move
in a
and still missed. I know, yeah. He waited, the keeper dived, and he still missed. How did
He still missed.
when
How
the
can he?
keeper moved to the other side? He's a professional footballer, and he
And he
can't.
caught. Oh
I
my.
could talk about that miss forever, but like it's just
Yeah.
England lost fair.
all I'll say is the pressure of being in the Euro.
Oh, the pressure. Harry Maguire had the same pressure, you monkey. Harry Maguire had the same pressure. Talk sense. Talk sense. Why are you tripping? Harry Maguire had the same pressure. Harry Kane had the same.
Wait.
Harry Kane, yeah, Harry Kane's made a one-sided before, and he still scored.
He still scored.
Hesham.
And you're saying it's the pressure.
Rashford, you think of Rashford in a high pressure situation. Think about that game against PSG where he scored that penalty in the round
that
of 16
penalty against
in the
PSG in
Champions
the
League.
last 16, yeah.
Yeah,
To put United,
last
but he
minute.
can't score that. He can score
but
that,
you know,
goal, but he can't
it's
score
not
that.
like he's never played in a high pressure situation.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, a European final is bigger than a round of 16 kind of Champions
That's not the
League.
point. You said a high pressure
Oh,
situation.
my
You gave me all the high
days.
pressure situations, right? There's two high pressure situations. He scores in one, he can't score in the other. It's not a rocket science. That's not that hard to wrap your head around, right?
Oh,
And at
dear.
that time as well, I know you said like playing football shouldn't like have an effect, but at that time he was high in confidence, playing regularly every week. This time he barely played.
But he just came off a decent club season, so his confidence level should be fairly high. So I don't understand what you're talking about. He's come off one of his best seasons. Yeah, he lost the Europa League final, but like confidence-wise, he looked fine. Like
He looked
when he came on against, I don't remember who he came on against. He looked confidence-wise, he looked fine. Like his dribbling was good. So I don't understand why you're talking about suddenly bringing up confidence now. Like I understand that he's not barely played, but it's just a penalty. It's just a
It's a penalty. It's a penalty.
Yeah.
I do.
When I
have-
asked,
it was quite a bad penalty. He should have at least hit the target.
okay, now you're changing up the
Yeah,
story.
yeah.
Now you're changing up the
Thank
story.
you.
It was a
Thank
bad penalty, but
Okay,
it's Southgate.
He was terrible. What was he doing?
This guy.
If you can't score on regular
I
penalty,
bet you can score a penalty from there. I bet you can score a penalty.
if you can't score a regular penalty, why is he hop skipping and jumping in the middle of that run?
Yeah.
Just put your foot through it, man. Why are you doing all this rubbish? It's dumb, man. But like, we should have we were poor through the like after we scored. We should have done better. And fair play to Italy. They were the better team, and they did win.
Yeah. That's it.
Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe.